Hi everyone, today yet another unboxing video. This time it's a little bit different because it's not usually a subscription box that you would find in the UK. It's a box called Legion of Collectors DC, and they just don't ship internationally, not well, at least not to the UK. But after doing an online search, it was after there's a store in the UK called B&M. Now this tends to sell like discounted goods like household goods, food, toys. Now we tend to go down the toy aisle, get cheap toys for our daughters and that. And I noticed there was one from Loot Crate. It was a Deadpool figure, and these Deadpool figures, they were in. I did a search and they were in February 2016's Loot Crate box. And it was supposed to be two variants. There was the usual red and black costumed Deadpool. They were like a 9 times out of 10. People would get the red version, and there was a limited grey version variant of that. That was a 1 in 10 chance of getting that in the Loot Crate box. Now, what I'm concerned about is these figures are supposed to be exclusive, not available anywhere else, and yet I'm finding them on store shelves, these discount shops. It's a bit strange really. It's a Loot Crate that was well over a year old, and you're finding these figures in a store. I'll just get it just for reference. Now this is the figure. This is the Deadpool figure that was in February 2016's Loot Crate. Now that's supposed to be an exclusive figure. You can see on the base there it says Loot Crate at the top. Now, yeah, the finding whether they got surplus stock or not. Loot Crate do have a surplus stock website called Loot Vault, and they will sell discounted figures and stuff and t-shirts and things like that from previous boxes. But they're finding their way in these discount shops. Now that only cost me £5, and after doing a search for that, I thought, there's got to be like other things available, not just from Loot Crate, and that's how I found this box, Legion of Collectors, through Tesco, which is a well-known UK supermarket, and I think it's just online only. I'm not sure whether they do it in the stores themselves, but a lot cheaper than if you were getting it from another website, because I know that other websites do import Legion of Collectors and they're charging £55. Whereas Tesco are charging just £35, and I don't think they're doing the subscription service for Legion of Collectors. I think it's just the odd 4 or 5 boxes, the DC boxes that you can get from them, but who knows, maybe if they get popular with them in future they'll start to do the importation for Legion of Collectors in the UK. So without further ado, here's the box. There's the Legion of Collectors box there. Now I chose the Batman vs Superman one. I know you can get others like Suicide Squad, and there's a villains one where you can get like a Joker mug and stuff like that in, like a pop. They're all like pop figures, really, basically pop figure themed items there. So that's the inside of the box. There. And on the top we've got, there's a Wonder Woman sew-on patch. You can see that. Don't know who sews on patches anymore. I'm used to in the 80s with heavy metal patches, but these days I don't think anyone sews patches on clothes anymore. They're just cut for collectors. And you've got a Superman pin or badge. That's a metal one. Quite small, but for collectors. Nice item. They usually just filler items in these sub boxes, pins and badges, iron on things. Do the t-shirt last, and we'll get straight to the pop figure, and that's an exclusive to Legion of Collectors. That's an armoured Batman. You can see that without the light getting in the way too much. That's the armoured Batman variant. That's the rest of the box. All the other ones there, and you've got Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Armoured Batman, Nightmare Batman and Superman Soldier. So that's the pop figure in the box. I think that's the main drawer of these boxes. There's another exclusive as well. These are Dorbz. I'm not a big fan of Dorbz, but it's a twin pack of Superman and Aquaman. I don't know why Superman's green. I can understand Aquaman being blue because he's under the water, but I don't know why Superman's green. Maybe he's been, you know, infected with friggin' kryptonite. I don't know. But otherwise he'd be dead if that was the case. So that's another exclusive. Quite nicely packaged there. Actually, they look better packaged than they do out of the package. So that's not too bad. And we've got the next thing. This will be the penultimate item before I reveal the t-shirt, and that's a looks like a variant cover for Batman and Superman, and that's issue 5 there. Scroll that up. It's just bagged and carded there, like all comics should be, if you want to keep them in decent condition. So I don't know whether I'll be opening that. I'll probably keep it bagged, to be honest. So that's the comic there. So, and there's the empty box, and we'll get to the t-shirt. Just quickly unpackage that. I did actually see the contents of this box, and I did like the t-shirt. Now, I'm not a big fan of the pale blue colour, but I did like the design, and that is done like a poster, like a luchador type poster, and we've got the descriptions below in Spanish there, like it's a wrestling bout between Batman and Superman. El Caballero de la Noche and El Hombre de Acero, and it's yeah, just like a mock advertisement poster for a luchador bout, which is quite good. It's a good design there. So not a big fan of the colour, but I do like the design quite a hell of a lot. That's all you get really, but the main drawer, as I said, is these pop figures. These exclusive pop figures are the main drawer. So I may get the other ones. The whole box actually only cost me about £14, and that's because I did have accumulated club card points with Tesco that I'd not used, so I used all my remaining club card points. I used to save them up, but since they stopped doing the double rewards event, I used to be able to get double the amount of points, and you could buy quite a lot of stuff. Remember one year I got for the kids for Christmas a Wii U, and I got about 80-90 quid knocked off the price of that just by using club card points. So unfortunately Tesco stopped doing that. They still have the club card point scheme, but you don't get double the rewards and, you know, events 2 or 3 times a year like they used to, so there's no draw to collect them anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, used the last of my points and got a lot of the cost off the box. So I'd suggest you do the same if you want to get this box, and, you know, get multiple boxes. If you've got club card points, then it's worthwhile using them to knock the cost off considerably. So I think there's about another 4 of them that you can get off Tesco at the moment. If you just go on tesco.com and search for DC Legion, and they'll come up with all the different t-shirt sizes for the boxes there. So yeah, as I said, the Suicide Squad, I think there's a female superheroes one. I think you get Wonder Woman's invisible plane with that, with a Wonder Woman figure. Yeah, there's a villains box, Batman vs Superman. Can't really think of the other ones. There must be another one. I think there's one with an Arrow figure as well. But yeah, they're quite good, actually, about 4 or 5 as I said on the website. Very good value, and go through Tesco, don't go through the other websites, because they'll charge about another £20 on top of the cost of that, so that will hike the price up considerably. And I'm sure that with these being exclusive figures as well, the collector's market, once they've gone out of production, you know, hopefully the prices will rise as well on the likes of eBay and stuff like that. So yeah, that was the unboxing. I'd give that a solid 4 out of 5. And yet, if you do check these discount shops like B&M and Home Bargains, we call it Home and Bargain in Liverpool, but yeah, just check them out. The stock rotations from week to week varies. Once something goes out of stock, they're less likely to get it in again. But they tend to get a lot of surplus stock in these shops, and, you know, you could end up with something like that, which for £5 it's a decent Q fig. and that's the variant one as well, which is, you know, 1 out of 10 chance of getting that in Loot Crate, and you can just get it in a discount shop for £5. It's worthwhile. Incidentally, I got the kids used to collect Disney Infinity. You can see a lot of Disney Infinity figures going very cheap in these shops as well, because obviously the game's been discontinued now, they're not supporting it anymore, but you can still get enjoyment out of the game, and the figures can be quite collectible. I mean, I picked up a twin pack of Luke and Leia, the Star Wars playset, where you get the little, I think it's like a little Death Star, and that enables you to play, you know, various game modes. Picked that up for, I think that was that £5? Yeah, I think that was £5 as well, and it was recommended retail price of about 15 or 20, something like that. I've seen it for higher than that when it came out. So yeah, it's worthwhile if you're a collector and you want to finish your collection or even start your collection. Check out the discount stores, B&M, Home Bargains, any of the other ones. Check the shelves weekly, because we've found a lot of bargains for the kids' toys as well, like Monster High and My Little Pony, stuff like that. You can get them for at least half price than what you would get in a normal shop, and there's nothing wrong with them. They're all, you know, factory perfect, sealed and everything. They're not used, so you can get some really good bargains for toys for kids, because they can be very costly. So yeah, I'll stop waffling on now, but yeah, that was the Legion of Collectors DC box, Batman vs Superman, and I get that a solid 4 out of 5, as I mentioned before. So thanks a lot for watching the video, sorry for waffling on too much, and I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot, goodbye.